And we are back at the Reef for some more Tuesday night baseball here at Atlantic Coast. Wade Serber on the mound starting here tonight for the Atlantic Coast Stingrays this evening. Taking on the Bishop Kenny Crusaders. Had a great start to their season. First two pitches going to go in as balls here to start the game off. Atlantic Coast coming off of their so-called rough week at Daytona, Spruce Creek Tournament. Won one game, lost their next three. As Serber pitches in 3 balls to start the game off here. Leading off for the Crusaders, Derek Heedman. Coming in right field. He's led off for the Crusaders all season long. As now faces a 3-1 count here to start off the game. Serber pitched 2 games there in Daytona last week. One against Oviedo and Bartram Trail, as that one's going to go in for a walk to start the game off. Heatman will head to first. And we bring up Chase McLaughlin, who's also had a very nice season here for Bishop Kenny. First pitch in the McLaughlin's going to show bunt. We'll bring that one back, and that's going to be right down the middle for a strike. This one fouled off. Looked like a hit McLaughlin there. It was short hop. It's going to take a minute to shake that one off. Comes the 0-2 count pitch, grounded. Prudencio looking to make the play, flips to Tomaseu, will flip to first, and it looks like he's going to be safe at first, but they will get the lead runner out at second. Start off the game, 1 out already for the Stingrays. Brings up Colin Ulrich. McLaughlin, they're going to go to second there after the wild pitch from Serber. Me ball 1. It was a great play there by Prudencio. Last play, a little flip to Tomaseu there. Almost flipped a double play. He's unable to there. Tomaseu back in the lineup for the Stingrays. After taking 2 hard hits in the Bartram Trail game last week in Daytona. Took 2 hit-by pitches on back-to-back at-bats. He's back in the lineup. Serber, great pitch there. Serber looking on McLaughlin at second. He is 2-2. That one's going to be a little bit outside. Full count pitch, swing and a miss there. Great pitch from Serber. Strike 2. A 2-2 count coming up here for Ulrich. Time called by the batter. Pitch from Serba on to me outside. Williams unable to grasp it, and that will lead to McLaughlin going to third now. And runner deep in scoring position here for Bishop Kenny. Start this game out. This one fouled off there by Ulrich. Stays alive at the plate. These two pitch. This one's ripped down to second baseman Tomaseu. Make the throw to first. That'll be an out, but that will be a single and a little sack RBI here for the Crusaders to start the game off. So they enter the scoreboard first. First pitch in there now to Cooper Revenaugh. First pitch went for a ball. Little check swing there. That one's a little bit too high. Ball 2. Two-0 count. That one's now 3-0 count here for Revenaugh. Atlantic Coast coming off 3 straight losses in Daytona, trying to get a little bit of their momentum back there as these servers going to walk Revenaugh, and that'll put another runner on base for the Crusaders. Bring up Caleb Pasco. Funny story here about Caleb Pasco. Played with him Little League at Jacks Beach for the longest time. Also knew his brother. Serber looks on to first. First pitch, the at-bat's a little bit inside, ball 1. Good pitch in there from Serber. Serber, that one's up high, ball 2. The 3-1 count coming up for Pasco, the shortstop. Serber still going back to first there, trying to look off Revenaugh there. Comes out high pitch again, and that's going to be a walk again for Serber here. So some early walks for the Stingrays and another man on base, first and second now. As Pascal will head to first, and he'll bring up Will Bragg. And Coach Chris Loffman will head onto the mound early here, start this ball game here in this first inning. Try to get Stingrays recuperated here. We'll be back here at the Reef. quick talk there from head coach Chris Loffman on the mound. Back in play, Will Bragg, the first baseman, up to bat now. Serber facing on a couple of walks here to start this game off. Runners on first and second for Bishop Kenny. First pitch of the at-bat, little high ball one. Good pitch in there from Serber again. 2-0 count. Runners still on first and second here for the Crusaders. Swing and a miss there. Great pitch from Serber. 2-1 count coming up now on Will Bragg. Little sack RBI there from Orick there, brought in the run. Start off the scoring here for Bishop Kenny. 2-1 count pitch. That one's a little too high, ball 3. That one's going to be away from Williams, and that'll be another walk for Serber. And now bases loaded here for the Crusaders early in this game, already up 1-0. 2 outs. Stingrays trying to escape this inning here. Only allowing 1 run. Let's see if they can. Coach Loffman already went to the mound to talk with his team. Brings up Riley Cavedo. See if he can add on to this score in this lead, and that one's outside, ball 1. Good swing there from Cavedo. Missed it, though. 1-1 coming up now. Bishop Kenny, interesting team this season here in the city. 3-12. They played some really tough teams throughout the year. They beat Bartram Trail earlier in late February, team that Atlantic Coast just lost to. Also beat a really good Bulls team along the way recently. Got more of a tough schedule coming their way as well. And swing and a miss there from Cavedo. And finally, Serber ends the inning here for the Stingrays. Atlantic Coast 0. Bishop Kenny an early lead up 1-0 here in the first inning. And back here at the reef, Atlantic Coast is down 1-0 to start the game off here. Bishop Kenny with a sack RBI single that drove in a run. Wade Serber on the mound, couple of walks. See if Stingrays can bounce back here. It's their first time at the plate on offense. Noah Prudencio lead off the Stingrays once again this season. He's been fantastic at the plate as he watches ball one go by. So on the mound here for the Crusaders, Colin Ulrich on the runs who drew in that run. As Prudencio watches strike two go by. Now a 1-2 count early here for Prudencio. Here's the 1-2. That one's a little bit high. Good eye there from Prudencio. 2-2 now coming up. That one low ball, 3, good eye, and a full count. First at bat here for Noah Prudencio. Had a great week last weekend in Daytona. Despite the tough 3 losses they went through, as Prudencio rips one, and that'll go over the left field, and it'll drop for a base hit. Noah Prudencio starts the game off right, just the way the Stingrays wanted to, as he will head to first. What a season so far for Noah Prudencio. He's been fantastic this year at the plate for the Stingrays. And I'll bring up in the 2 slot. Newly in is Anthony Celahan, the right fielder. See if he can match Prudencio on that last at bat. Shows bunt there, a little wild throw. Prudencio head back to first. Comes the 2-0 now count here for Celahan. That one outside once again. Ulrich looks on at first. Deals the 2-0, and that one's going to be right down the middle there. Celahan didn't make contact. Celahan fouls this one off back in the net there. 2-2 now coming up. Atlantic Coast off to an early deficit here. Start this game off. Bishop Kenny was able to draw on a run there. In the last inning, Atlantic Coast coming off 3 losses they need. Start swinging momentum back. So the last stretch of the season comes up here. The Gateway Conference tournament approaches. Here's a 2-2. Celahan, that one just a bit too high and a full count now here. Big pitch coming up for both teams. Full count, and Celahan's going to rip this one right into the hole in right field, and he's going to head to first. Prudencio around second and slide into third, and that's going to be now another base hit for the Stingrays back-to-back to start off the game. And a first and third. Great look here for Atlantic Coast, and Wade Serber coming up to the plate. Another huge at bat for the Stingrays, first and third. First pitch to Serber, inside ball 1. That one's low, ball 2 there. Good eye from Serber. Good catch up by the catcher, and early sighting here of head coach for Bishop Kenny here, Tommy Edwards. Assistant coaches as well, KK Daniel, Jason Bailey, David McMahon for Bishop Kenny, as they will have an early meeting here at the mound for the Crusaders here to try to talk things over after a couple base hits and see if you can regroup Ulrich here at the mound. This pitch, Serber is going to bounce it. Good play here. Can they flip the double play? They won't be able to get the runner out at second is Celahan, but Serber will head to first now, drawing a run for the Stingrays. They tie this one right up and notch it at 1. Here in the bottom of the first, another RBI single here for Wade Serber. Did lead to the first out of the inning, but the Atlantic Coast matches Bishop Kenny up at 1 here. They'll bring out Dalton Tibbetts. They also had a solid week in Daytona. Runner on first for the Stingrays. It's Serber, and this is going to be ripped over the shortstop's head. Great hit from Tibbetts, and it's first and second now. Another base hit for Atlantic Coast. Their 4th straight base hit of the inning. They're 4 for 4 so far to start out the game, and it brings out Slavichka playing first base this evening. So first and second here for Atlantic Coast. Slavichka watches first one go by. Carson Bullard, the pinch runner, in for Wade Serber. Tibbetts at first. And going to pop this bunt up. What a play. Ulrich can't hang on to the ball, and that's going to load the bases. No, and it looks like Tibbetts went for first. And is he going to be safe at second? He is. Baseman came off the bag there, and Bishop Kenny now in some trouble as Atlantic Coast loads the bases. Tough play there by Ulrich, the pitcher, unable to make the grab on the bunt. Almost a perfect bunt there by Slavichka. And Atlantic Coast in great position. Tomaseu at the plate now. 5 straight base hits for the Stingrays. They're looming here on the Crusaders. Here's the first pitch to Tomaseu, high, ball 1. Oh, tough play there. Looked like Tibbetts was headed back to first. He thought Ulrich might have the catch. Decided to go for second. And the throw to second was a little too high to get Tibbetts out. So now bases loaded. Tomaseu rips one, and that's over the third baseman's head. Kamari Tomaseu draws in another run for the Stingrays. Atlantic Coast takes the lead. Kamari Tomaseu now makes it 6 straight base hits for the Stingrays. What a start. Only 1 out here in this inning. 2-1 Atlantic Coast. Great showing on the bats here for Atlantic Coast. That one high, ball 1 for Caden Williams, the catcher, his first trip to the plate. One 0 Williams, a little hesitant there, ball 2. Caden Williams had another great, solid season here behind the plate at catcher for the Stingrays this season. He's done a great job. And phenomenal at the bat as well here, as it's going to go in for a strike. 1-2 now. 1-2, that one's high, gets away from the catcher. And coming in to score is Tibbetts, who will score another run for Atlantic Coast. And it's going to make it 3-1 Stingrays. For a wild pitch that got away from the catcher Vogel. Second. Runner on second now for the Stingrays. Tomaseu was able to move around. Caden Williams faces a 3-1 count now, sitting comfortably at the plate. Looking to try to extend this lead here for Atlantic Coast. Williams will watch that one go by. Great eye, and he will head to first after another walk here from Oric. His first one actually of the inning. End of the game here in Atlantic Coast. It's now placed 7 straight batters on base in this inning to start this game. Bring out Delvin Haskell. And that'll bring out coach for Bishop Kenny once again to meet at the mound, and we'll see if they make a pitching change here early. With 7 straight batters on base here for Atlantic Coast. They've taken the lead 3-1, and that will be, looks like the day for Ulrich here. They're going to bring in here 17, Michael Valley, in the pitch on the mound here for Bishop Kenny. So we got a pitching change early here already in the first inning. Stingrays lead it 3-1. And back here at the Reef, Atlantic Coast leads it 3-1 with runners on first, second, and third. Bases loaded here for Delvin Haskell at the plate now. 7 straight batters for Atlantic Coast able to get on base. Only 1 out here in this bottom of the first. The pitching change to Michael Valley for Bishop Kenny. First pitch of his day is going to be in for a ball. As it looks like pinch runner in there for Caden Williams. Javier Baez as Valley pitches that one in for a strike. And Haskell swinging a miss on that pitch. 1-2 now. Haskell will call time. Big at bat for the Stingrays. Bases loaded. See if they can extend their lead. And swinging a miss there from Haskell. It got away from the catcher. But that'll be out number 2 for the Stingrays. did bring in the run here for Atlantic Coast. Now 4-1, Stingrays lead it. As the ball got away there from catcher Vogel, and it brings up Aramis Pabon. First strikeout of the game here for Bishop Kenny. See if they can replicate it here. Pabon swinging a miss on that first pitch. Pabon watches that one go by. It's strike 2. An 0-2 count here. Michael Valley trying to escape the inning here and end it for the Crusaders. Down by 3 runs. Pitches in. That's going to go for a 1-2 now. Comes the 1-2. That one outside ball 2. Two count. That one's high, ball 3. Now full count for Pabon. Runner still in second and third, so still a chance here for Atlantic Coast to extend their lead. They had a 7-batter streak on base to start this inning. Pabon's going to ground this one. So trying to make the play. Little bobbled it a little bit, and that's going to be safe. It'll bring Tomaseu in for another run there. Pabon with an RBI single. And Atlantic Coast extends their lead now 5-1. As Tomaseu now moves to third. Pedencio back up here for the Stingrays. Fouls that one off. Back of the net here. His second time at bat in this inning. Linkos has been able to rally here. 2 outs. After the great hit there by Pabon. We're drawing a run. That one's going to be low. Get away from the catcher Vogel. And scoring and sliding at home. He is safe and under the tag. Atlantic Coast extends their lead once more. Baez in there to score the pinch runner. So now Tomaseu and Baez score back-to-back. Also moves Pabon to second. And so a 1-1 count. Runner still on second. 2 outs. Grounds this one foul. A little bit early on the pitch. Pedencio gonna fly this one. Gonna draw foul there once again. Little shout out here. Softball team playing Mandarin right now. Little doubleheader for Atlantic Coast, both softball and baseball this evening. Softball ranked number 1 in Jacksonville. What a run they've had this season, 15-1. Facing the arch rival Mustangs. As this one's high, Vogel going to go to third as gets away from him. And now scoring and walking it in is Pabon, who will trot his way now to a 7-1 lead for Atlantic Coast. What an inning to start off the game here for Atlantic Coast. Michael Valley has just not been able to end the inning here. 1-2 count for Prudencio. On an outside ball 2. This one's going to go in, ball 4. Prudencio will walk and head to first. He's on base for the second time in this game. He'll bring back out Celahan. Had a single his last at bat. And now has a runner on first. Stingrays lead it by 6 runs here. Check swing from Celahan. He looked like he did go there. Might have foul ball there, so strike 1. An inside ball. That one in there, strike 2 there. Celahan watches that one go by. And Prudencio's going to take off for second. That one's going to hit Celahan. Runner's going to stay there, so another walk here for Bishop Kenny. Runners on first and second now. Brings back out Wade Serber, currently pitching for the Stingrays. He's out here for a second time at bat in this inning. Little time here. Michael Valley getting some signals from the coaches. And trying to tell his team to calm down and try to escape this inning here. Down 7-1. Serber watches that go by. That one outside again. Serber, good eye. Serber rips this one right through the gap, and this will bring home more runs for the Stingrays. Rounding third is Prudencio, and he will trot in for another one. As a bobble there in the infield, and again, Stingrays move runners around and extend the lead 8-1. Wade Serber there, an RBI double. Great hit from Serber. Atlantic Coast just keeps pouring it on here in this first inning. As a pinch runner will come in again for Serber. Brings out Tibbetts. On high ball 1. Time call by Tibbetts. So the strike here, 2. Tibbetts swings this one, and it'll roll just foul. Tibbetts will go right back to bat again. Comes 2-2. Tibbetts. That one watches that one out. Full count here. Full count for Tibbetts. That one just a little bit inside. Looks like that's going to be ball 3, so now it's full count. Full count pitch, and this one will hit Tibbetts, and he will head to first. Another walk for this Bishop Kenny team, just trying to leave this inning with 2 outs. It'll bring up Slavichka. Bases loaded once again for Atlantic Coast. Slavichka a single, and this will bring home yet another run for the Stingrays. Got away from the catcher Vogel again, as Selahan will score. Now 9-1 Stingray lead. 9-run first inning to start this game here. It's a phenomenal start for Atlantic Coast. As Valley's pitch again, ball 2 now. Now goes in strike. Good pitch from Valley. Two one, that one a little bit high there. Called strike 2, 2-2 now. First Slavichka, good pitch again from Valley. Two Slavichka fouled off just barely there. Big swing. That one could have ended the inning for Bishop Kenny there. That one high. Ball 3 now, full count for Garrett Slavichka. Runner on second and third for Atlantic Coast, up 9-1. And Slavichka, that will be a walk. Looks like catcher Vogel will head out to the mound, talk to Valley for a second. Bring out Thomas Sayu for the Stingrays. So Bishop Kenny has let up 9 runs in this first inning. Big start for Atlantic Coast. See if they keep this thing rolling. Outside ball 1 to Thomas Sayu, first pitch. One 1-0 pitch. That one down the middle. Strike 1. On inside, good decision there, avoiding that as Thomas Sayu got hit twice last week in one game in Daytona. Right about the same spot by 2 different pitchers against Bartram Trail. That one high again, ball 3 now. Big pitch. Tomaseu is going to rip this one. And just foul there. Full count coming up. A chance to try to end the inning here for the Crusaders. But again, Tomaseu had that same kind of play. That time was a grounder. Last week in Daytona, had a chance to tie the game late against Bartram Trail, just about inches away from the bag. It was called foul ball. They were second and third. Big opportunity for Atlantic Coast to win that game. They ended up losing 7-5 in a very closely decided baseball game. But now this one's going to go behind Tomaseu, and he will walk in a run. Bullard will step on home to score again, and it's double digits now for Atlantic Coast in this first inning. It'll keep the bases loaded as well. As the Crusaders here will meet at the mound for the second time in this inning. So Atlantic Coast, what an inning it's been and what a start. 10 runs. They've been walked 6 times in this inning. 8 hits total for the Stingrays. Already more than halfway through a lineup as well in the batting lineup. It's been a spectacular inning for the Stingrays. Couldn't ask for a better start. As Bishop Kenny will trot on the new pitcher, Hayden Wilmot, looks like, for the Crusaders here to try to end this inning once and for all. Still 2 outs. Bishop Kenny will be back here at the Reef. Pitch in here back at the Reef. Caden Williams at the plate now for Atlantic Coast. Hayden Wilmot on the mound for Bishop Kenny, who's down 10-1. They've rolled 10 runs in this one inning. Atlantic Coast has not seen a start like this all season. The bat's just flying. As Williams fouls this one off, took a big cut on that swing. Williams again, big cut there, fouls that one off. Good eye from Williams there. Full count coming up here for Caden Williams. The Stingrays still up 10-1. Bases loaded. Thomas going to take off, and that will walk in yet another run for Atlantic Coast. The Stingrays now lead by 10 runs. It is 11-1 Atlantic Coast. 4 straight walks. And Delvin Haskell will be back at the plate once again. Oh, big check swing there from Haskell. It looked like he did full swing, strike one. This is loaded again. Haskell watches that one in the dirt. Ball two. Or sorry, ball one. 1-1 count. Inside strike, called strike two now. One, two, and Haskell swing and a miss on that one. A strikeout. Now finally in the inning here for Bishop Kenny, but not before allowing 11 runs. What an inning for Atlantic Coast at the plate. They lead by 10 runs here at the Reef. We'll be back top of the second. And back here, top of the second, Wade Serber still on the mound here for Atlantic Coast. 11-1 lead for the Stingrays. Got a good one here on the other side. Softball up. It's a 1-1 game against the arch rival Mandarin Mustangs. As Stingrays on the baseball side dominating in this first inning with a huge offensive onslaught. Scoring 11 runs in that first inning. At the plate, Grayson Vogel here. The two-one pitch from Serb. That one up high, ball three. That one's up high, ball four, and that'll walk Vogel. So first walk here from Wade Serber of the inning. Had a couple in the last inning. As pinch runner come on, Aiden Maris out for Bishop Kenny. Comes the first pitch into Austin Green. That one up. That'll be strike one. Green watches that one go by. That one fouls off. Serber 1-2 count. Pitch to Green. That one up high. Ball 2. Runner goes. That one fouled off by Green. Back of the net. Two-two pitch. That one fouled off again by Green. That one high and close to Green's head there. That's going to be ball 3 now. Full count. Green fouls this one up, way up there. Williams and Serber and first baseman Slavichka tracking it. Now fall foul.
All right, now stepping up number 22, Lily McGuire.
Serber going to first there, looking to pick off the pinch runner, Maris. A good slow pitch there by Green, and he will head to first there. So Bishop Kenny now first and second. It looks like Williams will head to the mound here. A talk with Serber. Bishop Kenny did not do a bad job on offense. They were able to get a run on the board, but on defense it was just horror scene with Stingray scoring 11 runs straight. First pitch into Derek Heedman. As Williams going to go to third there, and that one's going to get away from the third baseman, and that's going to be another run for Bishop Kenny. So they tack on one more run. It's now 11-2. That ball got away from Tibbetts at third on the Williams throw. Attempting to get Maris going to third. Swing and a miss on that pitch there. Good pitch from Serber. Oh, 2 count for Heedman. Heidman swinging a miss on that pitch. Great pitch from Serber. That's a strikeout, and the Crusaders now, they're first out of the inning here. Brings out Chase McLaughlin. McLaughlin. Check swing there. Looks like he did go. Strike one. McLaughlin faces now 1-1. Low pitch 2-1 now.
So
2-1 pitch. That one a little bit high. Ball 3 now. Two pitch coming up here from Serber. McLaughlin looks on and fouls this one off. Stays alive at the plate.
number 23, Riley Ratty. With that OG back.
And big swing there. McLaughlin's going to go out. That's the second straight strikeout here for Serber and the Stingrays. Now 2 outs. Just an out away from putting the Crusaders away here. This top of the second. So to bring out Ulrich, who started at pitcher here in this game. First pitch to Ulrich. Down low, ball 1. Big pitch up high, ball 1.
Stepping in for the Stingrays, number 1.
Pitch there from Serber, swing and a miss from Ulrich. An update for a softball team now 2-1 against the Manager Mustangs. Phenomenal season for the softball team. And back here, bottom of the second coming up. Stingrays still lead 11-2 here. Aramis Pabon now up to bat. Great pitching inning there for Wade Serber. They went in early. First pitch of the inning here from the new pitcher Hayden Wilmot. Goes in for strike. Good pitch from Wilmot. Start off the inning. Pabon just his second time here at the plate. That one down low, ball 1. Outside ball 2 now. Pabon now. And out at 2-2. Pabon fouls this one off. Still got a nice cut at it, making contact. This one's outside. Pabon, good eye. Full count now. Pabon got a nice single RBI in his last at bat. Comes to 3-2. That one, great eye from Pabon. He will head to first on a walk. Start off the inning and bring up the leadoff batter, Prudencio. First pitch, Prudencio, strike 1. Prudencio, strike 2 there. Watches both go by. Third pitch, 0-2 now. Good eye from Prudencio again. 1-2. Prudencio walked his last at bat. Had a single in his first at bat. One-two pitch. Prudencio fouls off.
Straighten it out now.
1-2 again. That one's down low. Prudencio fouls this one off. Made some good contact, making good swings here. No outs in the inning for Bishop Kenny. Prudencio foul off once again. Still making solid contact. Just trying to get the ball in play now. Prudencio, pop fly, center fielder making the grab for Bishop Kenny. That'll be out number 1 here. It'll be surprisingly the first out on a actual pop fly or ground out for Atlantic Coast in this game. Good catch there from Austin Green, the center fielder. Made that grab and brings out Anthony Celahan. As Wilmot looked on at first. Celahan, good rip at this ball. Gonna get through, and Anthony Celahan with a nice base hit here. Making out first and second for Atlantic Coast. Great hit from Celahan. Another base hit for the Stingrays. And absolutely automatic with the bats today. See if Wade Serber can do the same. First and second. Still leads here by 9 runs. 1 out in the inning. As Serber, little half swing, going to get up and making the grab in right field. Good catch there by Heidman. And that'll be the second out of the inning for the Crusaders. First pitch to Dalton Tibbetts now outside. And Tibbetts rips this one. That's foul.
Now batting for Mandarin number 1, Graciana Pekhendi.
1-1 count. Tibbetts skies this one. Green looking to make the catch in center field. He's got it easily, and that'll end the inning for the Crusaders. Luckily here to have Stingrays score no runs in this inning. 11-2, they lead, top of the third. Coming your way. Back here at top of the third. 11-2 still. Stingrays lead it. Leadoff man of the inning, Cooper Revenue, as a little update from your softball team again. 4-1 now, Stingrays on the softball side of things. As Serber, that one's going to be a little check swing, going to go foul. Second pitch, 0-1 now to Revenue. That one's down the middle, 0-2. Low ball 1. A good pitch there, 2. 2-2 coming up now for Cooper Revenow. First batter of the inning. Serber again, swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Great pitch from Serber there. Another strikeout.
Stepping in for your Stingrays, number 2, Sky Deeds.
Pitch in Pasco now. 2-0 count for Pasco. And as outside bat, big foul tip there. Pasco foul off again. Good contact. Staying alive at the plate. I'm on high, ball 3. We got a full count now. Big pitch for Pasco coming up. Nobody on base still. Serber Dio, that one a little bit high. Pasco will walk. Another walk for Serber. Will bring out Will Bragg, the first baseman. First pitch, big swing there by Bragg. Low ball 1.
Next up for your Stingrays, number 4, Emma Kano.
1-1 pitch, and Bragg gets a nice hold of it. Foul ball, though.
One will be Baby Shark and one will be the VeggieTales.
1-2 pitch, that one a little bit high. 2-2 now.
What was that? Dan Marty? It's Sesame Street. The Reach Boy thing. What was the one? DuckTales. Woohoo! Some Bluey.
Ball 3 now, full count again here. Back-to-back batters for the Crusaders, trying to get something going here on the offensive side. Down by 9 runs. Full count pitch, that one outside, ball 4. 2 straight walks now for Serber. And here comes Coach Chris Loffman out to the mound once again. As they will talk things over, first and second now for Bishop Kenny. And no outs in the inning. Back here still top of the third. Atlantic Coast 11, Bishop Kenny 2. New pitcher Jackson Adams on the mound for the Stingrays. Their weight server being taken out. Hayden Wilmot up at the plate now. I got a little update. Softball ups 5-1 now on the Mandarin Mustangs. They have a 4-run lead over Mandarin. As Adams deals his first pitch in there, ball 1 outside. Oh no, good pitch from Adams there. A little bit outside 2-0. Wilmot, big swing, strike 1. Wilmot at the mound right currently for the Crusaders. First and second for Bishop Kenny. Adams deals again. Nice pitch there. 2-2 now. And Wilmot fouls off. Staying alive at the plate. Still 2-2 count here for Wilmot. Big pitch, 3-2 now. Good eye from Wilmot. Wilmot fouls off once again, staying alive. Taking good cuts here. Wilmot, that one's inside. He will walk. And that will load the bases for the Crusaders. Potentially trying to make a run here. Climb their way back into this game. Yeah, it looks like the pinch runner coming in for the current pitcher, Wilmot. James Davis out at first base now for Bishop Kenny. Grayson Vogel at the plate trying to do some damage here for the Crusaders' first pitch ball. Another ball pitch there from Adams, and Williams will converse with Adams for a second. Trying to encourage his guy newly on the mound here. Pensio out there as well. A little bit of motivation. Two-0 pitch. And Adams, that seemed to work there, that little talk, as he deals in a nice pitch. And a nice pitch there, 2-2 count now. Still no outs left to give here in the inning for the Stingrays. Bases loaded. Adams and staying alive. Good cut by Vogel. 2-2 pitch. A little check swing. That'll go for ball 3 now. Full count. And swing and a miss there. Great pitch from Jackson Adams. He gets his first strikeout of the game. And that's out number 1 for the Stingrays in this top of the 3rd. And it brings out Austin Green.
And that's it, folks. Your Atlantic Coast Stingrays defeat the Vanderbilt Mustangs 5-1. Everybody have a great evening and safe drive home.
Adams does another pitch in there inside. 2-0 count out for Green. Adams high, ball 3 now.
Yeah, we all been yelled at once, broke 2 cords, you know. It's been an interesting day here, folks. Oh, that's what it is. It's made in China.
3-0 count, one's high, and that's going to be 3-1 now.
Well, I also think the AC's kicking right now. Once again,
Fouled off by Green there. Still stayed in play just a little bit. Full count coming up for Green.
we'll talk about maybe getting another one of these swingies. Your guys' little thing working screwed up tonight too?
Full count coming up for Green. Base is still loaded for the Crusaders. Swing and a miss by Green, and that'll end the inning for the Stingrays. Jackson Adams,
All right, so you had a great evening. You too, sir.
another strikeout. And the Stingrays are headed on to the bottom of the 3rd here. They still lead at 11-2, able to escape that inning with no runs allowed. And now bottom of the 3rd coming your way. Atlantic Coast still leading 11-2. Still on the mound here for Bishop Kenny is Wilmot. First pitch to Slavichka to start the inning off, ball 1. Atlantic Coast been able to hold this large lead. Having an 11-run first inning as Slavichka. Watch as I'm going to go by 1-1 now. Oh, and inside, called strike 2 there. 1-2 count now. And Slavichka going to field this one right up the middle of the field, and it gets through the hole. That's going to go to the center fielder, and a base hit for Garrett Slavichka. start the inning off. And he'll bring up Kamari Tomaseu. Savitchka's second hit of the game. Had a very nice evening. Kamari Tomaseu walked his last at bat this time. See what he can do. Takes a strike one. Oh, 1 count. That one down the middle. Strike two. So Hayden Wilmot has come in for Bishop Kenny. He's done a solid job here keeping the Stingrays limited to runs. Tomaseu 1-2 count now coming up. Wilmot delivers, and that one's outside, ball 2. That one low, ball 3. Savitchka will take off, and he'll head to second. So that ball got away there from Vogel. Now runner in scoring position for Atlantic Coast. Tomaseu, can he execute and convert? Full count. Fouls off there. Tomaseu. Staying alive here at the mount or at the plate. Full count pitch and swing and a miss. Tomaseu will strike out. First time in this game, and that'll be out number 1. Like I mentioned earlier, Hayden Wilmot's done a very nice job keeping the Stingray team limited to runs and hits as well. Caden Williams walked his first 2 at-bats of this game. Watches strike 1 go by. And Williams looked like got hit just barely with that ball, and he will go to first. Well, now this one down the middle, good pitch there from Wilmot. Javier Baez at first. That one low in the dirt again. 2-1 count. Here newly into the lineup, Carson Bullard. Three-run count. Or watches that one go by. Full count now. Wilmot already with a strikeout in this inning. That one a little bit high, and Bullard will watch that one go by in good eye, and we'll head to first for a walk. First and second now for Atlantic Coast. That one low. Ball one, good eye there from Pabon. One no count. Pabon's going to sky this one. Great hit from Pabon. Backing up, making the grab. And that one is going to be dropped. Aramis Pabon, what a hit. Skied one there to left center. And Aramis Pabon will head to first for a base hit. Draw in a run as well. RBI single. What a hit from Pabon. Boy, it looked like left fielder Cavito had a chance at the ball. It looked like it dropped out of his glove, though. So Aramis Pabon, that one's a great hit. All the way to the fence there, rolled. As he heads to first, and now Prudencio try to replicate what Pabon. One count. Prudencio rips this one over the third baseman's head, and that's going to be in the outfield. Another RBI. Prudencio rounding first. Coming in to score again is Bullard. And coming and rounding is Pabon. How about this? A 3 RBI double from Noah Prudencio. And Atlantic Coast now takes a 15-2 lead. Noah Prudencio doing Noah Prudencio things. Great hit that was. And now Celajan will take over at the plate. Celajan will pop this one up, little chopper over the second baseman's head into right center. Prudencio will just stay at third, and it's now first and third for the Stingrays. Another hit for Atlantic Coast, as it's now starting to look like that first inning from a little while ago, with the bats heating up again for Atlantic Coast. Adams, big swing there. Jackson Adams on the mound right now for the Stingrays, currently pitching. That one goes down, ball. This one ripped by Adams into the shortstop, into the gap. And Prudencio will trot on and step on home plate for another score. Stingrays 16-2 now. And Atlantic Coast now pouring it on here at the Reef on this beautiful Tuesday night here. Barely any wind. Some really, really nice weather. And Dalton Tibbetts will now be at the plate here for the Stingrays. Runner on first and second for Atlantic Coast. Dalton Tibbetts at the plate. Stingrays lead at 16-2 now, just 1 out in this inning. First pitch, big swing there from Tibbetts. All strike one. And now Forrest going to pop this one high in the air. Caught by the left fielder. Cavito making the play. And apologies on that last one. Tibbetts was taken out there in the play in the lineup, and Forrest was put in the game for the Stingrays. Forrest Peppercorn, that is, for Atlantic Coast, put in the game there. Just pop fly out there. Had a good, nice cut on the ball, though. A little bit farther, that would have been over the fence. Slavichka, see if he can make some noise again from the plate there. That one's high. So fouled off by Slavichka. This one low, gets away from the catcher Vogel. Runners will move around the bases. And now second and third for Atlantic Coast and Slavichka. Slavichka uses this one. And this one's line drive, and again. Bases loaded for Tomaseu. This one high once again. High for Tomaseu. Good eye on that. 2-1 now. Tomaseu watches that one go by. 3-1 now. Or 3-2 that was, and now that's going to be a strikeout. So it was a full count for Tomaseu, and that'll end the inning for the Crusaders. 16-2 though. They're now down 14 runs as we head into the top of the fourth here at the Reef. Atlantic Coast 16, Bishop Kenny 2. Back here at the Reef, top of the fourth coming your way. Atlantic Coast 16, Bishop Kenny 2. Atlantic Coast, a 5-run inning last inning. As out swing and a miss. Great pitch from Adams to start the inning off. Dealing down to Derek Heidman. The leadoff batter in the lineup for the Crusaders reaches for that one. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Adams deals 1-2 count now. And that's going to be a strikeout. Boy, what a pitch from Jackson Adams. Great start to the game he's had. Strikes out the leadoff man there. It'll bring up Chase McLaughlin. Here in the second hole, that's going to be ball 1. That one low. Two one popped up. McLaughlin gonna hope this one drops. It doesn't look like it is. Slavichka there to catch that one for out number 2. Adams, good pitch on that one. Called ball, though. Colin Ulrich started at pitcher in this game for Bishop Kenny. Fouls this one off. One 0 count. This one outside. Sorry, 2-1 count now. This one popped up high in the air. Slavichka going to make another grab, and he just missed it. Right on the first baseline. He had it in his glove, it looked like. Just missed it. And now 2-2 count here for Chase Ulrich. Ulrich faces 2-2. Now a little bit inside, ball 3. A little bit outside, full count now here for Ulrich. And that was the walk there. Thought for a second it wasn't, so that will indeed be a walk. He'll go to first and brings up Cooper Revenow. Revenow. Some good at-bats in this game. That one outside, ball 1. This one popped up and making the grab in right field. Good play made there. Navy player, and that will do the game here with a 17-2 win. Atlantic Coast. That'll be a run rule for your Stingrays. Lead and win this one after an 11-run first inning. Atlantic Coast gets the W here at home at the Reef. Stingrays knock off the now 3-13 Bishop Kenny Crusaders. And Atlantic Coast coming off now three straight losses. They get the win here at home in dominating fashion, 17-2. Great pitching from Wade Serber and Jackson Adams held this Bishop Kenny team to only 2 runs, but the bats were certainly hot for the Stingrays here tonight on this Tuesday night edition here. Atlantic Coast. Ben Ward signing off here as Atlantic Coast moves on to 9-8 and now 10-8 with this win tonight. The Atlantic Coast Stingrays 9-8 on the season. Coach Chris Loftman trying to lead his team before the Gateway Tournament. They'll have a home game, which we will be live for on Friday night against Sandalwood. Thank you for joining us for this broadcast. I'm Ben Ward signing off here at the Reef from Atlantic Coast.